Thank you for joining us on Ebru Africa this morning. I'm Cherotich Kenei. This is the On-Trend segment where we analyze stories making way across the social media. Well, the biggest stories here in Africa and the globe over is the story of Uganda. Now, a lot of people are making their comments known on exactly what they feel about President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni signing the anti-gay bill. It has been trending since Sunday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, today being Wednesday, it is still a topic of discussion. We're having the U.S. put on sanctions, calling rather for sanctions. We're having the lawmakers, the congressmen, calling for tougher action against Uganda. Now, Uganda is being supported by U.S. to a tune of about $400 million annually. So we're waiting to see if there's going to be if there's going to be a legislation banning United States not interference rather, but United States coming to the aid of Uganda. Another story making way is a story of Manchester United having beaten a team all the way hailing from Greece. Now, Olympiacos is the big team in Greece, but when it comes to its match with the English Premier League Championship winners, who are the Manchester United, people were expecting them to win. But having lost 2-0 to that particular game in Greece is quite something for the English fans who are not taking it lightly. They have come in large numbers onto Twitter to put out their rage on Mr. Team Manager David Moyes. Another story making way that we are going to highlight is a story of Samsung. Now, a lot of people are happy that the Samsung is out, but there's still a huge faction of people who are annoyed that Samsung is unleashing phones rapidly, so that at the end of the day, if someone had, say, for example, the Samsung S4 just launched last year on March the 14th, people are saying the time period between one phone being launched and the other is too soon. So people don't even have the space to breathe and to actually appreciate their phones, this being less than a year since the two phones were launched together side by side, being March the 14th, 2013, this being this being February, beg your pardon, right there, the 26th of February 2014. So a lot of people are calling for the Samsung team to actually put their minds together and actually give the consumer time to appreciate the products that they actually buy from the market. But let's take a look at the story of Uganda now. Having President Yoweri Museveni sign this particular bill on Monday at 1:54 p.m., the Daily Monitor, which is a Uganda daily paper, published yesterday a list of 200 people who they presumed to be gay, yet we are waiting for confirmation whether they are not. But a lot of people have been facing a lot of people being shunned away. We have people who, if you're suspected of being gay, you're being shunned by family, you're being shunned by your landlord. People are being evicted from homes, being chased from homes, even villages. So we're waiting to see if the government will do something about this. Excuse me. If the government will do something about this. And what we are waiting to see is what will be the response. A country such as Kenya, we had a situation yesterday when human rights activists said that Ugandan gay, lesbian, transsexual and bisexual community are calling for asylum here in Kenya. They want to come to seek safer grounds because they're fearing for their lives in Uganda. Their lives are a threat. So we're waiting to see if the Kenyan public will accept them. But we still have a strong opposition here in Kenya. We are indeed an African continent. We have our African values, and being gay is something the community is still waiting to see if it can come to terms with this particular movement. And even though we had the gay community in Kenya camp outside the Ugandan Commission over the weekend in solidarity with their gay counterparts in Uganda, the Kenyan public is not really in tune with the solidarity of the gay community. They are saying this is a vice that is man-made, and hence we should shun it from our traditions, accepting it and making it part of who we are. So we're waiting to see how this will affect not only Uganda, but the greater East African region. And will it set precedents for the whole of Africa? Will Africa come in one accord and say no to this particular bill? Or will we have a more softened approach to this particular situation? So let's take a look at the stories making way across this particular hashtag. The hashtag is Uganda. Others are still coming to terms with the fact that Uganda president signed this particular accord. We're having here Laura Rosendogen saying that it is a sad day in Uganda and Arizona for human rights. Everyone deserves the respect to love no matter their sexual orientation. So just to give you that there, this Arizona state in the U.S. does not permit gay relations within their state boundaries. It is outlawed. And a greater portion of Arizona is a Christian community heavily based on Christian traditions, which does not accept the gayism in their society. And then over here, we have here political peach. That is Martin here is retweeting to political peach, and he's saying, I've just searched Uganda in Google News, and there's a lot of non-LGBT, which is basically, if I may just make it big for you, that is a lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transsexual Ugandan stories covered by U.S. sources. So just to give you sample of what people are saying, but one good thing that is coming out of this particular story is a story that even though the gay community is not being appreciated in Uganda, one thing that is coming out strongly is the Ugandan Health Ministry saying that even though they are being shunned from the community, even though this vice is not being accepted by the Ugandan people, even the Ugandan president, still one thing remains, that no person who goes to seek medical attention in the hospital will be refused to get treatment within the hospital. And one thing that is coming out strongly is if you're a gay and you're scared about your life and you go seek medical attention, then the doctor will have to give your case confidentiality. So you will have the privilege of attending such health services without fear of someone rebuking you or taking you to the police because of your sexual orientation. So take a look at this particular wall. Have a look at what people are saying. This is the photo that was being exposed here. This is another paper called also the Red Pepper, just giving out 200 Uganda's 200 top homos named. So just giving you that right there. So have a look, search through the whole internet to just find out what is happening in this particular story. So just take a look at this whole story. We have here a post. If it says Uganda's anti-gay bill could compromise its aid from foreign partners. So just take a look at this whole situation here. Michael WBT says, I hope the Australian government reconsiders its financial aid obligations to Uganda until it reviews its anti-gay hate laws, just to give you that feeling that Western countries who are more liberal, who are more in tune to appreciation of what they call the human rights, someone's choice to choose what they feel in their lives. So just to give you just a look through, but a lot of Africans are coming out in large numbers, giving praise to Kaguta Museveni, telling him that indeed he is doing a good job. So take a look at this particular wall to get the in-depth analysis of exactly what is happening in Uganda. But to other stories making way across the internet scene, and preferably the social media scene, we have the story of Manchester United. Now, Manchester United has lost to a team perceived as one that is not that quite strong, the Olympiacos team. We have here people just sending out their anger messages to one David Moyes for his poor technical skills, his poor coaching skills. People are angry. We have to the extreme scale Manchester United fans saying that they should not attend any Manchester United football game. So at least it calls out to the owners of the Manchester United team to let go of David Moyes, because his skills are clearly not what Manchester United want. They were the champions last year, so this year they're below par. They're not doing as it was perceived by the fans and what was expected. This is something that Manchester United fans and actually the whole football fraternity had been expecting the Manchester United team to be quite a strong team to challenge this 2013-2014 season. But as of today, they're just doing below par. So we're having people just send out their anger in this whole specific wall. We have here Ali G. Dear David Moyes, your Moyes effect is not working currently, and after losing all hope, I don't want to see us out there. That is the UEFA Champions League, just hashtagging David Moyes and the UEFA Champions League. Chris here, McHardy says, the morning after the night before, horrid by Manchester United football fan. Moyes ain't up to it. Simple as lack of direction and leadership criminal. Just to give you what people are thinking, they're not happy with David Moyes' teaching skills to the football players. So we're having here boss Wenger says, I love watching Manchester United Football Club unravel. I'm sure Arsenal does too, just to give you that rivalry between the Arsenal fans and the Manchester United fans. So just go through this whole particular war. People are angry. We have here Fares Javid Fateh saying Moyes deserves Manager of the Year award. Manager of the Year has managed every Manchester United opportunity with distinction. Just to give you that whole opportunity where Fares is saying, indeed, he's had a lot of games to win. He's had a lot of games to actually champion his team to go and win. But as of today, they're just still performing below par, losing major games against teams that are perceived not to be in their caliber. And one team is the Olympiacos. But I guess in today's history with Manchester United, you cannot really tell who is who in the big leagues. So we have here Parth Modi said, hurting Manchester United Football Club hashtag, but still think if we play well, we are likely to, beg your pardon, let me do that again. We have here hurting Manchester United hashtag, but still think if we play well, like they generally do, we can overcome this 2-0 defeat. So people are hopeful, but a majority of the people in this particular war are not happy with Mr. One David Moyes. This is quite a good caption here. We have David Moyes 2-0 to Olympiacos. Clueless, aimless and hopeless. United hit rock bottom as they crashed to shocking defeat in Greece. So quite a good caption to leave that particular story there before we go to the Samsung story. So just to give you that that particular picture, just depicting what is happening in the Football League. People are angry and are annoyed with David Moyes. They're calling for more to be done. So we will see if indeed he has more in store for the Manchester United football fans in the coming matches. So back to the story of Samsung Galaxy 5. A lot of features are being available in this particular phone. It is water and dust resistant. It also has the fingerprint technology, so you can open your phone using the fingerprint. It also has a scanner for security purposes. So a lot of good things are coming with this particular phone. But why are people angry? One, they had 5 things that they asked their consumers if indeed this is what they wanted. And they said they wanted a classic design, they wanted a good camera to capture their lives, they wanted something that is life. It is going to help their lives in terms of monitor their heart rate, monitor what if they are burning enough calories. So that is a more healthier approach to this particular story. They wanted one that can connect them, that is a Wi-Fi enabled, and also the network as well. So a lot of people are angry, and some are calling on Samsung to actually reveal to whom did they ask this particular questions, because one thing that is going through their minds is the spacing period between the S4 and the S5. Launch dates being too close. Others are calling for Samsung to give them at least a big time difference so that they may at least enjoy the particular phone that they launch. So at least people can be able to say, indeed, if indeed the S5 is going to come, what measures are they going to take to ensure that they buy the S5 if indeed it is an upgrade from the S4. But just take a look at this particular wall. Let's just go through this whole particular wall to just get the feel of exactly what is happening in people's minds. So we're having here Monarch who's disagreeing about the S4 and the S5. We have here not really. Like, I love Samsung phones. I have only had one that wasn't Samsung, but the S5 does not impress. So in switching. So just to give you that whole idea that people are happy, some people are not. We have here someone else who's just saying here that I know no one wants the S5, but I'll help saving up for the HTC M8. Enter the giveaway. Here it is. This is a promotion going on. But basically, if you have the S4 and you're not upgrading to the S5, I have cases, still have the packaging for most. Just to give you that amendment, but people are not happy with the S5 coming out, because the time period is too much. It's too little to be able to enjoy. So we have here Patricia just giving you about the fingerprint unlock system. All these cheating goons get the S5. You'll need their fingerprint to see locked albums and other stuff. We have here Sagwa saying that I'm not amazed with the S5, not like previous unboxing with the other Galaxies that made me go woo. So, I mean the S5, that is Arresto Daniel saying, I mean the S5 looks nice, but it's honestly kind of the same as the others. So people are calling this just particularly the same thing, different casing, a few, one or two applications, but there's no bigger difference. But basically, just take a look at this hole through this particular wall. People are not happy with the time period between these two phones being put together, but you can have your say in this particular hashtag. But let me take you to our Facebook page, where we give you the timely updates of exactly what is happening in and around Kenya. So take a look for more of Kenya, Africa, and the world over. Thank you for staying tuned to Ebru Africa this morning. I'm Cherotich Kenei. This was the On Trend.